The forgotten key. The rain battered against the windows of the old mansion as Clara Delaney stepped cautiously into the dimly lit hallway. She hadn't returned to this house in over 2 decades. The memories it held were as haunting as the building itself, yet tonight she had no choice. Her grandmother, Eleanor Delaney, had passed away a week ago, leaving behind an estate riddled with secrets. The family lawyer had handed Clara a weathered envelope with one instruction: find the key. Clara's fingers traced the frayed edges of the envelope as she ventured deeper into the house. The smell of damp wood and aged books lingered in the air. The mansion had always felt alive, like it was watching, waiting. The letter inside the envelope had been short and cryptic. Clara, you must find the key hidden within these walls. It will unlock not just a door, but the truth about our family. Beware of what you uncover. Her grandmother had always been a mysterious figure, a woman of stern words and enigmatic smiles. Clara had adored her, but Eleanor's secrets had kept them at arm's length. Now, standing in the heart of the mansion, Clara realized just how little she truly knew about her. The first place she searched was Eleanor's study. The room was exactly as Clara remembered. A large oak desk dominated the space, flanked by towering bookshelves crammed with ancient tomes. Clara pulled open the desk drawers one by one, finding nothing but dusty papers and a tarnished silver pen. As she rifled through the final drawer, her fingers brushed against something cold. She pulled it out, a small, ornate box made of ebony and inlaid with silver. It was locked. Her heart quickened. Was this the key her grandmother had mentioned? She turned the box over, searching for a way to open it, but it remained stubbornly sealed. The storm outside grew fiercer, and the lights flickered. Clara shivered, feeling the oppressive weight of the house pressing down on her. She decided to search the attic next. The attic was a cavernous space filled with forgotten relics of the Delaney family's past. Dust motes danced in the beam of her flashlight as she sifted through trunks of old clothes, faded photographs, and broken furniture. In the corner of the attic, she spotted an old chest with a rusted lock. She pried it open with some effort and found a collection of letters tied together with a faded ribbon. The handwriting was her grandmother's. As Clara read the letters, a chilling realization washed over her. They detailed a long-standing feud within the Delaney family, one that had been carefully hidden from the public. Secrets of betrayal, forbidden love, and even murder filled the pages. But one name kept appearing: Henry Delaney. Henry was Eleanor's younger brother, a man Clara had never heard of before. According to the letters, he had vanished under mysterious circumstances decades ago, and Eleanor had spent her life trying to cover up the truth. Clara's flashlight flickered and then went out. She cursed under her breath and fumbled in the dark. That's when she heard it, the faint sound of footsteps. Her breath caught. She was certain she was alone in the house. "Hello," she called, her voice trembling. The footsteps stopped. Silence enveloped the attic, thick and suffocating. Clara grabbed the flashlight and smacked it against her palm until the beam returned. She swept the light across the room but saw nothing out of place. Her nerves were frayed, but she couldn't leave now. She had to finish what she started. Clara returned to the study with the letters in hand. She placed them on the desk and stared at the locked box. What was her grandmother trying to protect? And why had she left this task to Clara? She noticed a faint engraving on the underside of the box. It was a date, 12th June 1953. Clara's mind raced. That was the date of Henry Delaney's disappearance. The sound of something creaking behind her made her whirl around. The study door, which she had closed, was now ajar. "Who's there?" she demanded, her voice sharper than she felt. No answer. Clara's eyes darted to the bookshelves. She had a sudden hunch. She scanned the spines of the books, looking for anything out of place. Her hand paused on a thick, leather-bound volume titled The Secrets of the Delaney Lineage. She pulled it from the shelf, and to her astonishment, the bookcase shifted, revealing a hidden passageway. The narrow corridor beyond smelled of mildew and decay. Clara hesitated, but the weight of her grandmother's words urged her forward. At the end of the passage, she found a small room illuminated by a single, flickering bulb. In the center of the room was a pedestal, and on it lay a golden key. Her hand trembled as she reached for it. The moment her fingers closed around the key, the bulb flickered violently and went out. Clara froze. The air felt heavy, and the sound of whispers filled the room. She turned to leave, clutching the key tightly, but the passageway was gone. The walls had closed in, trapping her. Panic surged through her as the whispers grew louder, turning into an angry cacophony. Suddenly, a voice broke through the chaos, her grandmother's voice. "Clara, the key is yours. Use it wisely. It will unlock the truth, but remember, the truth is never without cost." The walls around her began to shift, and light poured in. Clara stumbled out into the study, gasping for air. The box on the desk had changed. Its lock was gone, and the lid was slightly ajar. With trembling hands, Clara opened it. Inside was a stack of photographs, each depicting Henry Delaney, alive and well, decades after his supposed disappearance. But the final photograph made her blood run cold. It was a picture of her grandmother, standing next to Henry, holding the same key Clara now possessed. Beneath the photo was a note. "Some truths are better left buried."